The Strand Cinema album was originally in my head called Music for No Purpose, because during lockdown I wanted to make music that was completely free of thinking what the end product was or end destination was for the music. I wanted to make something that was 100% completely and utterly creative, and that is it. Each day I come in, where I would start something in the morning and finish it by the evening, and that would be one piece of music done. And it would just be a diary of that day in that space and time. Eventually I realised that this idea of music for no purpose, it needed a purpose. Being in a cinema and working from this historic building, the energy of being here on my own was where the energy was coming from. This originally was the Strand Cinema. There's a lot of history here. It's an iconic building in Belfast that everyone knows about and loves. In recent years, they renamed it the Strand Art Centre. It's soon to be renovated again. I don't know if the name will stay that way or if it'll change. It seemed right to name it after the building in its original form, the Strand Cinema, which plays havoc for their marketing strategies. I was initially contacted by Paul Campbell, who ended up doing all the orchestrations for this show, about doing 1 or 2 tracks that we would play live, but I suggested, well, how about instead of doing 1 or 2 tracks, why don't we do a whole album? What we talked about was, what could I play live, what can the orchestra play live? When you come in and you sound check and you hear it back for the first time, you've been working on this for months, years, and then for the first time you hear it reverberating around the room. It's an incredible feeling. If you're going to recreate the album that was made in here, live, in here with an orchestra, you're not going to sit in front of a cinema screen and not put something on it. And instead of the traditional way that music's used in film, it's you score music to film, I had this idea of trying to score film to music. I decided that this was a great idea and to try and make 10 or 11 films, one to go with each piece of music. Then I had to set out trying to find the people to work on it. I had no idea who I was going to work with. I mean, I had big dream ideas, but you're approaching people with a very low budget. Then you find one person, and then you find another one, and just bit by bit you kind of find interesting people. So the thing that I have with this about who to work with was try and just find interesting people that you trusted, that you think are creatively interesting, and then once you've kind of sparked them up with the ideas, then you leave them alone and you just go, right, go and do it and come back to me with the finished thing. It was a controlled experiment. I wanted people to think about the relationship between nature and technology, that the music was very much based around using natural instruments, natural recordings, manipulating them and using them in computers and trying to reshape them. I wanted to make a film that would all link together with these 10, 11 films. There would be a sense of a story through the past, the present, the future. Somehow in the middle of all that chaos, people had to think of their own idea. I was absolutely terrified. All the films came back a week before. I hadn't seen them before. Nothing was working with the technology that I was talking about, and everything just kind of came together all in the day. There was 2 shows and they both sold out really quickly. I remember feeling completely terrified. You know, this is 3 years, it was almost 3 years to the day from the initial idea of making the music to this show actually happening. So it was a big moment. To see the whole room filled, every seat taken up, and there's just a really warm, full, lovely atmosphere. I had family there, I had like best friends there. Everyone wants it to be good as well. I think that was the really magical thing about this project, is all along the way, everyone from in the orchestra, with Paul, with the filmmakers, with everyone in the Strand, everyone was shooting for this to be great. And that's incredible for me to see that happen, and so incredibly beautiful to experience all that positive energy pushing in the same direction to try and just create something really good together.
I thought it was beautiful. I thought the combination of music and film was seamless, and the contrast between all the different films was wonderful.
The whole presence of the orchestra on the stage and beautiful combination of, you know, electronics and live music, and the visuals are just stunning.
It was really immersive experience. Yeah, it was brilliant.
I thought it was really great. I really loved the clash of visual and audio, and I think that it was just exceptional to see those two things together.
The music, the Ulster Orchestra, the beautiful video artwork, and all different kinds of styles. Fantastic. What a great thing for Belfast.